Update 48 that will bring the Spike Factory Paragon to the game is just around the corner now, and I got early access to give you guys a sneak peek. And other than the Paragon, the update will also bring a new map called Spa Pits, 2 new quests along with a brand new power, a new skin for Adora, which I actually think look good. Normally I don't like the new skin releases, I always think the standard ones looks better, but this one I really like. And by the way, both the power and the skin and a whole bunch of other stuff you get by buying the She-Ra Prestige Pack in the store. We also have some big changes coming to Rogue Legends. First of all, you will be earning XP when you play from now on, and with it you can buy a bunch of permanent upgrades to take into your new campaigns. And speaking of campaigns, Chimps mode will now have a thing called curses that you can activate to make it even more difficult. And on top of all this, there's also a bunch of new artifacts. But in this video we're gonna focus on the main attraction, which is of course the Spike Factory Paragon, and we're gonna do that by playing Bloonarius on Park Path. I want to begin by seeing how strong the Degree 1 Paragon is, and in this video we're only gonna be doing Elite Bloonarius, not both versions like we did with the release of the TAC Paragon, because this Paragon is 800k. That's more expensive than the Wizard Paragon, which is 750, and the Ace Paragon is 900, so this is now the second most expensive Paragon in the game. So needless to say, this will probably be a pretty strong Paragon that would slaughter normal Bloonarius, so we're only gonna do Elite. And I think in the interest of saving time, we're gonna go ahead and skip straight to the point where I can get the Paragon, because that's what you're actually here to see, isn't it? So I'll see you on tier 3 or perhaps tier 4. It is a very expensive Paragon. I'll try to get it by tier 3. Anyway, see you soon. Well, good news. We are definitely getting it by tier 3. That's a guarantee. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean all of this up and let's get the Paragon. So I haven't picked the perfect map for this Paragon, which I guess would be Resort or Logs, but I think if I place the Paragon here, if it has enough range, it will be able to attack here, here, and here, which will make it very clear to us. We will see what's going on a lot more clearly compared to, say, Resort. And by the way, let's go ahead and see what the text is here. A factory of explosive spike balloon annihilation. Okay. And the name of the Paragon is Mega Massive Munitions Factory. Not a huge fan of the name, but a huge fan of the artwork. Look at that, that is beautiful. And again, a very expensive Paragon, plus the fact that these upgrades, these tier 5s, are also very expensive. So let's see what this tier 1 can do, and what does it look like? That's the base right there. Looks so good. And wait, if you factor in that these upgrades are more expensive than the Ace, does that make the Spike Paragon the most expensive one? I don't think so, but the Ace is just barely more expensive. And as you can see, it has 2 abilities. You saw one of them in Ninja Kiwi's trailer video, and they also changed the artwork of these 2 abilities, so they look different than they did in the trailer video. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and see this thing in action, and this is the permanent carpet of spikes that you get right here, and this is the main attack, which I believe attacks very slowly, but obviously they're gonna be very strong to compensate for that. So people were commenting on the video about these carpet of spikes, that they're really weak, and that does seem to be true. It takes a few seconds to take down even ceramics, but it does have, I mean, it's taking out BFBs right here, and it's doing more boss damage, it would seem. Let's go ahead and try one of the abilities. I believe the second ability here is the one that Ninja Kiwi used in the video. Yeah, so that sends out these explosive spikes all over the track, and the round just ended, and these stuck around, so it seems that everything... Oh, see, when they blow up, it leaves 3 tiny ones after that too, and everything stays when rounds end. I don't know for how long they stay though. Let's see, can one take out all of this? Yeah, one just took out all of the insides there without disappearing. And look at this, we are taking down the boss so quickly. It hasn't even touched most of them. Let's try out the second ability here. And that seems to speed up. Yeah, that increases the attack speed. For how long though? Wait, it disappeared. Okay, so it doesn't last very long. And look at this ability here. It didn't go on cooldown. So I think that you can use it. You can use this once per round. So it doesn't have. Wait, okay. Now it has a cooldown. Okay. Wait, that cooldown is. Okay, the cooldown is really short, but you see, it doesn't really matter what the cooldown is, because you can only use it once per round anyway. But yeah, we're taking down this tier very quickly. And I haven't even spammed my abilities here. That took down tier 3 with 2 million HP. Right here. You think this actually would stand a chance as a degree 1 versus tier 5? No way, right? But it looks very promising. If it took down tier 3 that quickly, without me spamming the abilities, it might actually have a chance as a degree 1 to take down tier 5 elite Bloonarius on a map that isn't very good for this Paragon. That's insane. Like, it's definitely gonna take down tier 4, so we're gonna make it to tier 5. And, like, no matter if it succeeds or not, we're gonna have to try with a degree 1 ace Paragon as well to compare. Because this is just insane. Oh, and I think I should do this. I should start using this ability once per round to speed up the production so that we have a good amount of these big spikes whenever the boss fight starts. I should just be spamming this ability every round. Oh, and I should be spamming this one too, because these stay for a couple of rounds as well, so spam everything prior to the boss fight. Okay, time for tier 4. I'm just gonna... Wait! Okay! You see all these spikes? They come from blowing up the big ones. And okay, they are not permanent. They do not stick when rounds end. And they are affected by... You remember a long time ago now, Ninja Kiwi made an update that made it so that you can't insta-kill bosses with spikes anymore. Like perma spikes and whatnot. Everything gets cleared whenever the boss spawns in. And it would seem that the Paragon is affected by that update. So you can't just create a whole stack of these to insta-kill the boss whenever he spawns. But I'm gonna go ahead and just spam the abilities now that he has spawned. Oh yeah, and yeah, the bleed bloons are fine. Like, they spawn, I think here is the furthest point that they spawn. So, I mean, most of it will perhaps be taken out by the carpet of spikes, but later, when it spawns very strong bleed bloons, it's good that they don't they don't spawn past this point. So we have some stronger spikes to take them out. Okay, and the boss is just now getting sort of in the range of the spikes here. As I said, this tier is definitely gonna get taken down by this, but I don't know. I'm a little hesitant about tier 5. We probably won't be able to beat tier 5, but I would bet that we're gonna get like halfway at least. Check out these fortified bads here. Yeah, they do eat up a couple of the big spikes, but not that many. Man, I really wonder what damage stats this one has, like for all the different attacks. Like, the damage stat must be insane for these big mines. Like, holy crap. Oh wait, I don't have a lot of mines here. Am I gonna leak to this? The round ended. Use my ability to get some more spikes out quickly. Oh, this is gonna be tight. Oh, that was pretty close. Definitely not gonna beat tier 5. Oh, wait. Oh wow, I am really close to leaking. Probably not gonna make it halfway through tier 5. Oh wow. That just insta-killed him somehow. I think maybe a round ended and a bunch of mines that I had here exploded or something, but that took out the boss very quickly at the end there. Anyway, let's fast forward until tier 5 and see how it does, and then we're gonna try again with a degree 1 ace and compare the damage. Oh, and by the way, of course, once we have done that, I'll start a new game and I'll cut straight to the point where I get a degree 100 Spike Factory Paragon, and we'll see how that one does. That is gonna be absolutely bonkers. Okay, how much damage do we think we're gonna get here? Maybe 15 million or so? Then after that, I think we're probably gonna end up leaking. I think we're gonna die before the boss itself leaks, probably. I wonder if these spiked mines has any damage over time effect so that you could use a mermonkey to get even more damage. I have to try that, because that would be potentially insane if the damage over time is high. No, okay, they thought about that. That would be, because that would be insanely overpowered, but they thought of that, so there's no damage over time. But yeah, we are obviously missing a lot of damage here. And oh wow, those fortified bads ate up a lot of spikes. And yeah, a degree 1 ace Paragon is definitely gonna do more damage than this, but we're still gonna... Oops, almost leaked. But we're still gonna do it to get a comparison. Okay, there we go. So we got 2 skulls down. About 11 million HP we took down. So let's compare now. Okay, let's get the Ace Paragon degree 1. Put it on Wing Monkey and see how much damage it gets. Oh yeah, that's right. They explode when the boss fight starts. Forgot about that. Oh, and I'm gonna put down a little something like this so I don't leak. Yeah, I mean, the Ace Paragon is obviously still the king of Paragons, which is to be expected. But still. Okay, so the Ace Paragon took out 50% of its HP. Now let's start a new game and try out the degree 100 Spike Factory Paragon. I'm gonna have to save up a lot of pops and a lot of Paragon totems, so I'll see you on tier 5. And here we are, just about to start tier 5. I have all the pops that I need and all of the totems I need as well. I wonder how this one is gonna look. So let's get rid of this. Place this, get rid of Geraldo, and now let's see what this looks like. Oh wow, that's a completely different color theme. That looks crazy. Okay, this is definitely gonna shred tier 5, I'm pretty sure. But question is, how fast? Oh my god, wait, what? Oh, the explosions are like so big that he takes damage over here. We just cleared an entire skull all the way from over here. What the hell? Okay, let's send these out. See if that does anything. Wait a minute, when I used this ability for the second time, it didn't shoot out any of these small spike bombs. I think every other time it might detonate them. If I use it now, yeah, see, it sends them out. Let's see what happens next time, because I think it might just detonate them. Okay, watch over here where my mouse is now, right where the track ends. Let's see if this one explodes. Yeah, see, it just explodes them. Every other time you don't actually get an ability, it just detonates them. You might get another actual ability usage if all of them have already been destroyed though. Let's take a look at the DPS here. Oh my god, look at that thing go. Let's wait for this round to end, and let me use the other ability that speeds up the damage, like so. Look at that go, that's like 1,000,000 damage a second. Obviously to multiple targets, but still. Man. It's almost a shame that they did that update where you can no longer save spikes before the boss fight. If you were able to do that with this Paragon, man, you would be able to like clear half of the tier 5 HP instantly, and my game just crashed. Don't worry, that's not part of the update. That's not a feature. Can I go back into my... Okay. Well, it registered as I finished the game, so I can't go back in. Anyway, that's a pretty cool Paragon. The update is gonna drop for all of you in just a couple of days. Leave your thoughts down below of what you saw here today, and I'll see you in the next one.